thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for this invitation to this Congress and the opportunity to present you the ECTP Position Paper. I will introduce myself. My name is Jesús Ángel García. I'm the head of R&D of INDRA. INDRA is the biggest ICT company in Spain, at least at present. And I'm the DB committee chairman of the ECTP. And what is the what is the ECTP? Basically, the ECTP is the European technology platform focused in the construction sector, and is composed by the main actors, not only the construction sector, but also for the technology organizations and so on, and is structured in 6 main areas. Each area is represented by a committee. So the digital built environment is the committee I'm coordinating, and basically we have pushing main actions. These actions are shown in the chronological order. So this committee is the youngest in the ECTP. So currently we are only in the first action at this moment, in the identification of the current barriers and the limitations in order to identify the goals we need to get in a near future. So this is the reason we are working in the position paper, in order to identify these barriers, in order to know where we are at present, and obviously where we want to be in the future. The next steps to be done by this committee are covering different activities like the gathering best practices from other sectors. For instance, some colleagues mentioned before, from the industry 4.0, how to reuse those technologies and those experience into the construction sector, from the robotics, from basically mainly the ICT sector, in order to reuse these technologies. And why we are putting a special focus in digital technologies, and which is the main reason to use the digital technologies in the construction sector? Basically, because at present we have a very big issue in the construction sector, that we are in the limit of the productivity of the sector, and we consider that probably the use of the technologies, the digital technologies in this sector, will permit us to increase this productivity and the redefinition of the methodologies we are using now. At the end of this process, our idea is to push different national plans of focusing the digital transformation of the construction sector, obviously, with not only our own investment, but also with external investment and funds like the Horizon Europe program, and even national plans for get more funds. This is our will. This is the main map of our committee, and this is a very brief summary of the activities and the technologies we are putting a special focus phase by phase, from the design to the end of life, including obviously the reusing of the infrastructures, or in order to end the life of different infrastructures, buildings, etc., with the technology building blocks, construction process, monitoring and management, putting a special focus in the data management, because we consider that in order to get this improvement of the productivity is exploiting the data. In other words, we have checked that making the same things in different places, we will get different costs, different dates, and different timelines of those processes. The main reason is that we are not able to store the knowledge operation by operation. So this is, in a few words, more or less our main focus of how to improve the productivity of the sector. So around this, we have included the different KETs, key enabled technologies, in order to support the services of the last part of the wheel, including the green construction, forecast, better management, modular construction, and obviously the digital twin area. So in order to identify where we are, we need to create a position paper. In this position paper, we have identified the current barriers we have and how to ensure the penetration of the technologies in the construction sector. In order to get finance and funds for this and grants for them, we are going to work in the definition of the different topics to be published in the Build for People partnership. Our vision is from now to 2030, in order to be aligned with the Horizon Europe program. And finally, we will identify the priority topics, as well as the development of little pilots to be scaled in the future, but little pilots for in order to speed up the development of them, in order to get as soon as possible the results of those pilots, and in order to be able to track the benefits we are going to get with these technologies in the different operations of the construction sector. After that, we will include those pilots as innovation actions, the development of different plans in as CSAs, coordination and support actions, as well as the development of long-term research and innovation actions with different technologies that need any kind of adaptation specifically for the construction sector. Yeah. This is our calendar. At the end of this month, we have a current draft, the current draft of this document. At the end of June, we are going to share the final version of this position paper with the other members, committees, and other institutions, not only here in Spain, but also obviously in Europe, in order to get the support, the adoption, not only by the European Commission, but also for the national contact points. That's all. Thank you very much again for this invitation.